Introduction. Antifragile, Things That Gain from Disorder by Nassim. Taleb explores the concept of antifragility, systems and entities that thrive and grow stronger when exposed to stress, chaos, and uncertainty. Taleb contrasts this with fragility, where systems break under pressure, and robustness, which only resists but doesn't improve. Antifragile systems benefit from disorder and chaos, adapting and emerging stronger. The book is divided into 7 sections, each delving into different aspects of antifragility, offering practical insights for individuals, businesses, and societies. Section 1, The Antifragile, An Introduction. Chapter 1, Between Damocles and Hydra. Taleb uses mythological figures like Damocles and Hydra to introduce the key concept of antifragility. Damocles symbolizes fragility, living in fear of a sword that could drop on him at any moment, easily harmed and unable to withstand stress. In contrast, Hydra represents antifragility, becoming stronger when faced with challenges, as it grows 2 heads for each one cut off. This metaphor sets the foundation for understanding antifragile systems. They grow from exposure to volatility, while fragile systems break. Chapter 2, Overcompensation and Overreaction Everywhere. Taleb illustrates how overcompensation and overreaction often result in stronger outcomes. For example, when muscles are subjected to stress through exercise, they become stronger. Similarly, bones get denser under pressure. Taleb criticizes modern attempts to eliminate all forms of stress, arguing that they make systems weaker by preventing this natural strengthening process. He emphasizes that living systems adapt through minor stressors, unlike mechanical systems that wear down over time. Section 2, Modernity and the Denial of Antifragility. Chapter 3, The Cat and the Washing Machine. In this chapter, Taleb critiques the tendency to treat living, complex systems as if they are mechanical. He argues that living systems like humans and ecosystems adapt and grow stronger with stress, while machines like washing machines only degrade with use. This chapter sets up the foundation for understanding why attempts to impose stability on complex systems often backfire, making them fragile. Chapter 4, What Kills Me Makes Others Stronger. Taleb explores the concept of antifragile asymmetry, where harm to one can benefit others. He uses the example of entrepreneurs. When some fail, their failures create knowledge that can benefit others, improving the overall system. Taleb emphasizes that allowing small failures can strengthen the whole system, unlike centralized structures where a single failure can be catastrophic. Section 3, A Non-Predictive View of the World. Chapter 5, The Benefits of Disorder. Taleb discusses how randomness and disorder can actually strengthen antifragile systems. He argues that efforts to remove all uncertainty, like excessive regulation, can create hidden vulnerabilities. For example, removing small economic fluctuations makes a system more susceptible to major crises. He compares this to the body's immune system, which becomes stronger when exposed to minor challenges. Chapter 6, Tell Them I Love, Some, Randomness. Taleb dives deeper into the value of randomness in life, distinguishing between harmful randomness, like reckless gambling, and beneficial randomness, such as learning from unexpected events. He encourages readers to embrace the positive aspects of uncertainty, seeing it as an opportunity rather than a threat. Section 4, Optionality, Technology, and Antifragility. Chapter 7, Fat Tony in the Fragilitas. Taleb introduces the fictional character, Fat Tony, who represents a practical, street-smart perspective that appreciates the limits of prediction. This contrasts with, those who rely on rigid models and forecasts. Fat Tony understands that the world is inherently unpredictable, and it's better to be flexible and adaptable than to depend on inaccurate models. Chapter 8, Living in the Fourth Quadrant. Taleb introduces the fourth quadrant, where uncertainty is high and difficult to predict. He critiques the use of statistical models that fail in such environments, advocating for an anti-fragile approach instead. Rather than trying to predict rare events, he suggests focusing on building optionality, creating multiple paths and choices to adapt to whatever may come. Section 5, The Solution, How to be Antifragile. Chapter 9, Via Negativa, Why Less is More. Taleb reintroduces via, emphasizing that removing negative elements can have a more significant impact than adding positive ones. For example, removing unhealthy foods is often more beneficial than adding supplements. In decision-making, this means avoiding mistakes is more effective than trying to predict outcomes. Taleb stresses the power of subtraction, eliminating risks and harmful elements to become stronger. Chapter 10, Convexity, Concavity, and Antifragility. Taleb explains the concepts of convexity, benefiting from variability, and concavity, harmed by variability, in this chapter. He argues that anti-fragile strategies focus on being convex, leveraging situations where upsides are larger than potential downsides. He uses this mathematical perspective to advocate for decision-making that exposes individuals to positive risks while minimizing negative ones. Section 6, How to Live in a World We Don't Understand. Chapter 11, A Lesson in Disorder. Taleb explores practical ways to apply anti-fragility in daily life. He encourages embracing challenges as a way to build personal resilience. For instance, taking on tough projects or learning new skills can make one more adaptable. He also emphasizes the importance of embracing variability in life, rather than seeking constant stability. Chapter 12, Skin in the Game, The Hidden Asymmetry of Daily Life. Taleb highlights the importance of skin in the game, having a personal stake in the outcomes of decisions. He argues that those who make decisions without facing consequences are more likely to make reckless choices. Having skin in the game ensures accountability and deeper understanding of risks, leading to more prudent actions and greater alignment between decision-makers and those affected by those decisions. Section 7, The Ethics of Fragility and Antifragility. Chapter 13, The Ethics of Skin in the Game. Taleb delves into the ethical aspects of antifragility, emphasizing that those in power should bear the consequences of their actions. He criticizes leaders who have influence but lack accountability, like certain financial executives during economic crises. For Taleb, ethics means sharing both risks and rewards, creating a more balanced and fair system. Chapter 14, When the Fragile Should Break. In the final chapter, Taleb argues that fragile systems should be allowed to fail rather than being artificially supported. He suggests that trying to rescue failing systems only creates larger problems in the long run. By allowing weak systems to break, stronger, more adaptable systems have room to emerge and thrive. This chapter ties back to his central theme of embracing failure as a path to growth and resilience. Conclusion. Taleb concludes Antifragile by emphasizing that the world is inherently uncertain, and the best way to thrive is by embracing that uncertainty. He challenges readers to adopt an anti-fragile mindset, where adversity is seen as an opportunity for growth rather than something to be avoided. Taleb's insights encourage a shift in thinking, from trying to control the unpredictable to using it as a means of becoming stronger. The book's key message is that fragility comes from avoiding challenges, while anti-fragility comes from facing them head-on and using them to improve. By understanding and applying these principles, individuals and societies can become more resilient and better prepared for whatever the future holds.